My name is Rachel Fontaine with Fontaine Organizing. I'm a productivity and organizing specialist, and I would like to help you tame your time. So one of the things that people don't realize is that you can, in fact, be organized with your time, not just with your belongings. So I want to help you do that by giving you just a few tips to get you started. First tip is get everything out of your head and onto paper. I vote for paper. Paper really is best. It helps you process things in a way that electronic communication and capturing just doesn't. But if you really feel strongly about it, you can use an app or some sort of a digital capture system. So your brain really is for having ideas, not holding them, according to productivity specialist David Allen, and I wholeheartedly agree. It's impossible to keep track of all the things that you have to do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis if you're only relying on your brain. So get them out, get them on paper. Next, we're going to do the 3 Ds. We're going to delete, delegate, and defer. So first, delete. Anything on that list that really shouldn't be there, get rid of it. If you've been saying to yourself, I really should run because it'll make me healthier, but you hate running, delete it. It shouldn't be on your list. If somebody has been pushing you to do something, but it's not something that you really want to do, delete that. If it's something that just really doesn't need to be done, if you have something on your list that you could do for your business at some point, but it doesn't really make sense, delete that. Next would be delegate. If you can give things that are on your list to other people, that will really free you up. It might take a little bit of effort on the front end, a little bit of time investment to train somebody else to do something for you. But it's really, if you're going to keep doing these same things over and over again, it's really important to spend that time upfront, invest the time so that on the back end, you're gaining a whole bunch of time when someone else is doing that task on a regular basis. Then lastly, defer. A lot of things on your task list may not be things that you need to do right now. They might be things that you can put off until a less busy season in your life. So if you can defer it, defer it. Maybe start a new list, a someday maybe list of things that you'll do sometime in the future when your time really allows for it. Next, we're going to set up your calendar so that you can have everything laid out in front of you and you can see what you need to be doing and when you need to be doing it. I like to use Google Calendar in addition to a paper calendar. I use my Google Calendar as my main calendar. That's the fallback, my default calendar. And then on a daily basis, I use a paper calendar so that I don't always have to be checking my computer or my phone to see what I need to be doing. But you can do any combination of that. You can do just paper, you can do just digital in Google Calendar or some other application, maybe you use Outlook, or you can use a hybrid version. Some people use a wall calendar too if they've got family or team members that need to see their calendar. Both of those are fine. Now, you probably are already using a calendar to fill in your standing appointments, doctor's appointments, meetings with team members, things like that are most likely already on your calendar. If you don't already do it, I'm going to encourage you to add travel time for anything where you have to go somewhere. So if you have your work hours in there, when you're going to the office, add in a block of time for your travels so that you make sure you're accounting for that and not getting things stuck too close together without any buffer in between. Otherwise, you're going to be rushing around and finding that you're late for things all the time. Side note for that, if you're going to add in travel time, I like to add an extra 5 minutes for every 15 minutes that a travel is supposed to take you. That way, if you run into traffic or an accident or something like that, it gives you a little extra buffer time. Now we're going to look at that list and we're going to plug things into your calendar at various locations where you have open spots. Try to group like things together. So for instance, you might create an admin block where you check email, return phone calls, fill in some paperwork, maybe pay some bills, all of those little piddly things that take just a couple minutes and that can interrupt other blocks of more concentrated work. If you group all of those together and bang them out one by one, right in sequence, then you're going to be much more effective. It's not going to be interrupting your attention when you're supposed to be paying attention to other things. And then try and schedule blocks. About 90 minutes should be your max for more concentrated work before your brain starts to get fatigued. So again, you're going to take things off of that list that we created and then eliminated things from. Take that core list and we're going to plug it into your calendar so that you can see where things fit. Now it's going to take some practice, so you're going to need to do this regularly. I recommend doing once a week and once daily. So you do a big one at the beginning of the week to fill in the whole week, and then once a day for regular maintenance. It's going to take you some time. You're probably not going to get it right at the beginning. You may run over blocks. You may have extra time because you overestimated how long things will take. Don't worry about it. This is practice. You're going to get better at it as you go along. My name is Rachel Fontaine with Fontaine Organizing. I hope that you found these tips helpful for taming your time.